Does it look familiar?
45 million people are close to starvation right now.
Does it look familiar?
Conflict, poverty, economic shocks such as hyperinflation and rising commodity prices.
Does it look familiar?
928 million people were severely food insecure in 2020, an increase of 148 million on the previous year.
Does it look familiar?
We are in the midst of a devastating global food crisis.
Conflict, climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic, and soaring food prices have led to a steep rise in hunger in countries across the world. Today, millions of children are facing the worst hunger crisis that the world has seen in decades. 45 million people are close to starvation right now, facing famine or famine-like condition, with children and women hit the hardest. 26 million children under 5 are suffering from wasting, which is the most visible and life-threatening form of malnutrition.
The reasons for hunger and food insecurity and many vary from country to country.
Generally, it is a result of poverty, economic shocks such as hyperinflation and rising commodity prices, and environmental shocks such as flooding or drought. The conflict in Ukraine has sent global food prices skyrocketing. A third of the world's wheat supplies come from Ukraine or Russia. Ukraine also supplies the world with sunflower oil, barley, maize, and fertilizers. But ongoing conflict means that fields won't be prepared, crops won't be planted, and fertilizers won't be available.
COVID-19 also caused a sharp rise in poverty and inequality globally, as lockdowns devastated family livelihoods.
In many countries, pandemic restrictions also meant disruption to food supplies, slowing remittances from family overseas and the halting of school meal programs. Steep rises in food prices are also creating immense strain on household budgets, with the poorest families hardest hit.
In addition, there are billions worth of edible food being thrown away every year, mostly in developed countries.
For instance, during the coronavirus pandemic, farmers are throwing away billions worth of food since restaurants and supermarkets, which previously bought such food, are shut down. FAO reports that each year, the food wasted globally is about 1.3 billion tons.
In the transition to sustainability, the food system faces various of issues worldwide, and one of those are food contamination and also food insecurity. So as a result, food loss and food waste has been a major global issue worldwide. Now, the question is what we can do, what are actions to be made?
Thanks, Daniel. And now, let's talk about objective number 1. Sustainable food waste management.
But occurrences such as food crisis must do with our race in relation to food waste management.
Sustainable food management is a systematic strategy for reducing food waste and its associated implication across the whole life cycle, beginning with natural resource use, manufacture, sales, and consumption, and concluding with recovery or final disposal decisions.
Many reasons why food waste management is quintessential because food waste control is cost-effective, environmentally friendly, and saves energy and resources.
Thanks, Julia. Now let's tackle objective number 2. Reaching the unprivileged to fight food insecurity. Supporting vulnerable individuals is a must as they are the ones who are most affected in this crisis due to the heat of poverty.
Hi guys! So welcome to our vlog. So ayan, kasama ko si Ken, si Daniel, and si Janice. So bibili kami ng mga goods sa palengke para ibigay namin sa less fortunate.
Okay guys, so now we're going to pack all the stuff that we bought. And yeah, we're going down now. Let's go. So our other members are on a different car as well. They are on a white car. And they're going down as well later. Wait, we're going to knock onto their mirror. So yeah, we're going to sit here.
Hi, we're done packing. The pandesal, the banana, and these are the waters.
We're ready to go! Let's get going!
This video guys, magpo-focus lang kami muna sa mga less fortunate na makikita namin.
So now we find our second person to give our food or the food that we prepared. Hi! So yeah, let's get going.
So ayan, nabalak namin ngayon na magbigay din sa traffic enforcer kasi sobrang ingat. So sila yung mga babad na babad. Dapat talaga less fortunate lang, pero yun, napag-isipan namin na magbigay na sa traffic enforcer.
Scale up target, nutrition-sensitive social protection program, and replenish early response financing mechanism are the one of the things we should be doing to achieve objective number 2.
Now, let us focus on macro effort which start with objective number 3, investing sustainable food and nutrition security. Strengthening food system is a must to make our farmers and other food sources more resilient.
This will help them to rising risks such as conflict, climate, pest, disease, trade, disruption, and economic shock.
Balance for immediate or short-term needs with a long-term investment will help to achieve objective number 2.
Thank you, Madel. Now let's go to objective number 4. Facilitation of nationwide food program. Food distribution in partnership with World Food Program, providing life-saving supplementary to pregnant and lactating mothers, also to children under 5. Governments and donors must supply funding for food, nutrition, protection, education, and livelihood support. This includes school feeding programs which should be adopted to carry on the objective number 4.
Thank you, Daniel. Now let's tackle objective number 5. Is innovation of food-related infrastructures. Farmers fail to get their produce to the market because of poor infrastructure, including roads, storage facilities, and food processing equipment.
Ends up rotting in the farms than being taken to those who need it or for processing.
If the infrastructure is improved, more foods will be available in the market, and the food insecurity levels will go down. That will help us achieve our last objective.
We can all overcome this crisis if we help hand to hand because we all deserve it.
Healthy and nutritious body.
To have 3 meals in a day. To have food security, equal livelihood.
Conservation of edible food.
Adequate tools and equipment.
Have future in good shape.
Rises. We raise our hands. We raise our lives.